All right, we're recording, so whenever you're ready.
All right.
All right, ready? Let me be ready for my cold open.
Tell Mike that you're doing a cold open.
I need to wait to turn off that jazz.
Turn off the jazz,
No, off.
so you can play your jazz.
He's
All right.
doing something that he keeps referring to as a cold open.
Don't talk. That was a mistake. Imagine no podcast.
It's Christmas time, Paul.
Imagine all the podcast. Pretty good.
What?
That was my cold open. That was it.
You didn't even write any lyrics.
Can I play one more riff for you?
Okay.
You may have heard this one before.
I see no faces.
Tupac. Exactly. All right, that bombed. Welcome back to the show.
No. Welcome
Oh, yeah, the new show.
to the new show. We're in the new studio.
Yeah.
I feel brand new.
Do you?
Yeah,
I actually feel weird. The last
Do
time
you?
we were here, I felt really good, but now Mike's over there.
I know.
And there's new cameras and
I can't see myself, which I like. I hate seeing myself
do
ever. Do you know what I mean? Do you like watching your old comedy sets?
yep.
I know you do. You're self-obsessed.
I actually sometimes I'm like I can't remember my bits, so I start watching them and then I'm like this is good.
Oh my god.
yeah. I had to do that because I had a show Tuesday, so I wanted to
Right.
remember what the hell I talk about up there.
Even when someone points out or like remember something good I did from years ago, I'm like I'm already shuddering. I'm like don't say it.
Well-
Don't show me, don't say it. Don't look at me, don't
say
talk to
it.
me.
I did once do a bunch of sketches with Dan Perlman, and then I asked him to remove them from the internet because I was so ashamed of them, even though people like them.
But that's really not your character.
And then that was the old me. Do you want to announce the rebranded show or what?
Yeah.
Or this is not it?
I thought we were still in your cold open.
No, that was it. I just wanted to play a beautiful riff for you.
Oh, okay.
Imagine all the people. I really can't sing, huh? We learned that at karaoke. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh no notes.
But karaoke, like, you're not supposed to be able to sing.
I don't agree with that.
Oh, I do. I think that if you show up at
Yeah.
karaoke and you can sing, like actually sing,
I love it. I love when that happens.
yeah, that's because like you don't know anything.
I think maybe we should switch seats.
Why?
Do I usually go left?
No, you're always over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Now that I can't see myself, I'm like hyper aware. You know, like when you come out of like surgery drugs and they're like, can you wiggle your feet? And you're like, what? I'm like, I have feet?
Does that happen to you a lot coming out of surgery?
Twice.
Why don't we open the show by saying it is good to be here.
It is good to be here.
The new branded show, because guess what? It is good to be here. 3 hot segments.
3 hot segments.
That's it.
What? 3 hot segments in your area?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
We're going to talk about...
Stick to the script.
I don't know what the script is. I thought we
I
were talking
literally
about...
sent you show notes and you didn't even check your email.
Yes, I did. I thought we were going to talk about what's going on with us. You're doing some sort of quiz on me. And then we're going to talk about some big headline, which we didn't agree on.
Right.
And then we're doing my new segment. Binge or Cringe.
Yeah, but the people have already voted. They hate that title.
I wish I had a sound effect ready for that. Wait, talk for a while.
What? Well, we're... What?
Binge or Cringe.
Is that like an organ?
People are going to be like, this is the worst podcast. The musical element's really throwing me off. Bo Burnham, I was talking shit for no reason. I am
It's
sorry.
hard. It's hard.
It is hard.
Well, you know what I realized the other day because I did my little dance fitness class? Mm-hmm. You know how you scroll through TikTok and there's like people doing all those TikTok dances? Like choreographed
Yes.
TikTok dances?
Yep.
And you go, that looks so stupid. That's stupid. That like anyone could do that. Mm-hmm. But that's not true. I can't really do that.
Yeah.
like I did my little fitness class and the guy's like hitting me with some choreo and I'm like, wait, I'm like, roll the hips and then flip, and then I'm like, what? I'm 40.
I feel like there was a time I could dance, and now I can't dance. And actually, I've lost the spirit of dancing. I'm like a Christmas Disney movie that like
Yeah, but you love
he
singing
lost the
now.
spirit of Christmas.
You love singing now.
I don't really love singing. I wish I could sing. Like, if you could change one thing about your talents, what would you change?
Thin. I choose thin.
Well, that's our number one hypothetical is if you could eat whatever you want and just have the perfect body or like cure world hunger,
Yes.
there'd be a lot of hungry kids. Okay, if the genie offered me that.
Yeah. Well, that should be another recurring segment on the show. Hypotheticals. No, hypotheticals.
Okay, I like it. There was a whole pod about that is over now.
Okay, so now it's my idea.
I know. Took that shit. Carlos Mencia.
Yeah. Please. Well, you know about the time I met Carlos Mencia at Gotham.
No.
Oh, he did a show with me there, and people were like, "Oh, like, you know, you steal a lot of jokes, whatever." Like, people were like talking smack to his face, and he was like, "I don't care." Yeah, he was like, "I do not care at all." Like,
But then when he went up, he was like, "My name's Alyssa Wolf. Dating's hard as a woman."
yeah, he was literally like, "I live on the upper West Side." I was
Yeah.
like, "Damn it, I got Mencia'd."
Can you tell Mike your penis joke that is my like of that era? That is really good.
Also, my dad's favorite joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me try to remember the exact phrasing of
Casa.
it. Yeah,
Casa.
no, I know. Okay, so it was like, I live in a part of town called the Upper West Side. All my neighbors up there are really friendly. They say things to me like, "Hola, bonita," "Cómo estás?" and, you know, "Would you like to see my casa?" or something like that. And I'm like, which I realize now is Spanish for penis. Something like that.
You used to say, "They tell me I'm bonito," which is Spanish for pretty, and they offer to let me see their casa, which I found out is Spanish for penis. So when she does it right, it's better. Also, there's this.
It was like 15 years ago.
Is it
this-
Spanish for penis?
No, it's house.
it's Spanish for house. That's the joke.
Oh.
Well,
I
again,
got it.
Mike's too dumb to understand the joke.
I
Clip
might
it.
be.
Clip it.
Well, someone recalling a joke from yesteryear and then being like, "Do it now." Also,
Yeah,
it
the
wasn't as
phrasing is-
funny,
yeah,
and
yeah.
and the whole joke is around the phrasing, which I obviously don't remember because
Yep.
I don't really tell that joke anymore.
I'm a monster. And also you have that tape that we watched one time, and she was doing this weird energy where she was like acting crazy, looking
Acting.
around, and she was like, or
The one time she was herself on stage.
It's like oh,
Tapping into
like my medication ran out.
But she was like, "I have cats." And I was like, "Yeah, you should do that energy again."
I kind of still do a version of that.
No, this was like meth energy.
It was not.
I haven't done a lot of meth, but new show.
New show.
There we go. We just keep
Okay,
announcing.
so first segment is hypotheticals. Because we
alright.
do this a lot.
Yeah. All right.
A big part of being married is asking each other really stupid hypothetical questions.
Well, because we're out of shit to talk about, so I'm like, all right.
Right. Well, I could like tell you the truth, but I'm not going to.
All right. You have to live in space for a
That
full
sounds like
year.
a good segment.
What is that?
The Truth with Alyssa.
That'd be fine.
Your
Nothing.
farts aren't funny.
Yeah.
You know about this rule in our marriage, right? This is like
No.
very early on. Noah would say something that he thought was funny, and I would, laugh kind of.
Sure.
And he was like,
No, you would actually go. Tss, tss, tss. You would go. Tss,
I just acknowledged that he was speaking, and I knew he
Sure.
wanted me to like laugh, but it wasn't really funny. And so he told me that I'm not allowed to do that anymore. He's like, if it's not funny, just don't
no,
laugh,
No
right?
sympathy laugh.
Yes.
And so now I do that, but he gets really mad because he'll be like, "That was funny,"
Well,
but it wasn't.
A lot of stuff I say is funny, but it's not for
You walking out of the
your
shower
audience.
in front of my work computer and then going, "Fart." I'm like, I'm on a call. He's like, why was that not a bigger reaction?
That should be a big reaction.
Just hear through the computer. Morning, Noah. Son of a.
Truly. Okay, would I rather live a year in space?
Or a year under deep water.
Uh-huh.
Actually, wait. Let me start over. I didn't know we were going to do this. I didn't plan any.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
The one that I asked the fellas, which is a good one,
Okay.
which Mike can actually answer, just to get us started, is for every inch of height you give up, you get another inch of penis. What's your new height? Like 5'11"?
Can I go the other way? I'm sick
Yeah,
of
of
dragging
course.
this thing around.
No, but you can't. You can be like, I mean, like for me, I'm like, I'm going up to 6'10".
6'9", yeah.
A lot of disappointing gold diggers in that life when I'm in NBA.
Okay, would you rather live in a hotel, like just one hotel, but you can never travel anywhere,
Yeah.
or live with our current family in like a single room apartment,
Yeah.
but you can go wherever you want?
The
hotel's nice too. It's nice.
It's like the Ritz?
Yeah, it's nice.
What do you mean I can't go anywhere? Can I go like locally in the city?
Sure, but you can't go to St. Bart's.
No.
You can't go to,
I'll live in the room. Isn't that obvious?
no, I don't
Everything
know.
I do requires the road. Okay, when I'm
Is this
What?
permanent?
Permanent.
Or for a year?
No, permanent.
Ooh, permanent. No, for a year? Plaza me up, dude.
Yeah. For a year, of course.
house
thought-
arrest
I
at
was
the
like, wait,
plaza.
Yeah, no.
of course.
Put me. I'll sleep in a twin bed if that means I get to go places.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think every New Yorker would answer the small room, obviously, because
Well,
we're
of
like,
course. That's the thing, right? You're like, stack my kids on shelves and we will sleep on the floor like head to toe. And then that means we can go wherever we want.
how about
We don't actually go anywhere, but
your shrimp allergy and shellfish allergy goes away,
yeah.
but a distant cousin dies. Do you do it?
No,
Somebody you don't even know dies. They're going to die.
but I'm going to know I'm responsible.
Huh?
I don't know.
They're going to be like, it's like when you adopt a seal, they're like, there's your seal. You know, this guy's dead.
I didn't even feel comfortable killing the mouse in our apartment. I can't.
Yeah, you're a sweetheart.
No, I just, no.
Yeah, every time you eat a shrimp, it's
Yeah.
just like, come on.
Come on.
The seafood stock's pretty good, though.
I mean, also I could just like have shellfish and die, and like that's a good way to go out.
Yeah. What was your take on the holidays this year, huh? I'm moving away from hypotheticals.
Clearly, holidays are good.
Yeah, that was your holiday. This may be a deleted episode so far. I don't know.
Why? What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I
You're
feel
so
off.
self-conscious.
I feel off. No, I'm
You
actually.
feel and seem weird, and you got okay. Driving down here, first of all, we drove, which like someone please strangle me. And Noah was so blown away by the Louis Vuitton suitcase building.
Isn't it crazy?
But like,
No. Do you know why it's crazy?
because it's a facade.
Not only is it a facade, it's temporary.
That's what I'm saying. It's a facade.
That's crazy.
Yes, I
Yes.
agree with that. I was like blown away. I'm like,
Well,
this is
first of all, I
nuts.
had to explain to Noah what a facade was, and then he was like, "What do you mean? Like they're gonna
He
take
goes,
it
you
down?"
can't say that word no more. Roll the
Listen.
window up if you're going to call people that.
I knew what a facade was. I was just saying that I didn't know that there wasn't a completed store beneath it yet.
Right.
Wait, there's the store in there. It's scaffolding. They're just redoing the actual face
that's
of the
the thing.
store.
And then it's going to come down and it's going to be a real Louis store. It's not
Yeah,
just going to
yeah.
like
But
remain.
they're,
But
like-
I was like, this is fucking cool. And if you were a little kid and you came to New York, you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you'd be
It's
like,
the coolest building in New York
"Ah."
right now.
Yeah,
But it's like,
Hands down. Also,
would
what's,
a little kid know what a Louis Vuitton bag is? No.
the big buckles. I don't know what a Louis Vuitton bag is. I know the ones on the street they sell, the fake ones.
Right.
That building's cool as hell.
Okay.
But also proof that you are paying way too much for a bag. If they can invest that much money
Wow.
on scaffolding,
And you know the guy
you're
who
spending way too. These bags are worthless.
bankrolled the coolest facade you two have ever seen in your lives is married to.
Selma Hayek.
Selma
Wow. You didn't
Wait,
think I knew
is
that.
Selma Hayek married to the guy from LV
Yes.
Moet?
Yes, yes,
really?
yes.
He's the chairman, or is it a private company?
I don't remember,
That's crazy.
but
Billion.
yeah.
And
He-
she deserves it.
sure.
Give her whatever she wants. She looks spectacular.
Whatever his name is, Francois Pinot or whatever, that's the guy.
That's a good hypothetical. Would you rather bang Selma Hayek now?
Yes.
Selma Hayek now or Penelope
Bring her
Cruz?
out!
Penelope Cruz when she was younger.
Yeah, Bernard
Selma
Arnault.
Hayek now.
Yeah, me too.
I choose Selma Hayek now.
She's my number one celebrity crush.
Same.
I'd like to see her in person though. She's probably very short.
She's very, very small, but she also has a sense of humor, and I think that adds to her beauty. Also, she looks insane. Like
She's
like
gorgeous.
In a good way. Yeah. Like
It's incredible.
Penelope Cruz is obviously gorgeous, but to me, it's like no contest.
Yeah, she's gorgeous, but it doesn't do
Anything
for me.
No, she's not really my type.
Did you like?
Okay, here's a good one for you. Would you like to? You have to bang Harrison Ford.
Yes.
You have to bang Harrison Ford now.
Okay.
With his fake ear or whatever.
Yeah.
Or
kill self. What is?
Or what's another good one? Who's another action?
Is it going to be a man?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or have sex with Vin Diesel 20 years ago.
Ugh. That's really rough. Is there a third option?
No.
Can I watch Fast and the Furious movies in perpetuity for an entire year to get out of it?
I don't know. It's about family.
Family. I'm not going to answer that, obviously, because of my
you guys are
my burgeoning career.
Why?
I'm banging Ford. I don't know. I'm a Star Wars fan.
Of course you would.
It's always Ford.
Of course it's going to be Ford.
Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
He lives on our block.
Isn't that interesting that even though as a not gay man, you can look at other men and be like, well, I definitely would take him over him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I just did it with a woman.
That's different. Women are kind of all...
What?
They all go a little bit the other way. We know that.
That's not true.
If you told your friends growing up that you wanted to have sex with a woman, would they all go, oh? Because ours would.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean...
Yeah,
it was that age though. That was like the era, like the millennial era of like, oh my God, like she's gay. Like they couldn't fathom it. But actually now everyone's like, no one cares, right? Like no one cares.
We were very intolerant actually as a generation. When you
That's
look
what I'm
back,
saying. Like
if you watch the movie Waiting, you know that movie with like
Love that
Dane Cook and
movie.
all, it's so funny. And 5 minutes in, there's just 10 trillion gay jokes. Like it does not stand up at all. It is the entire movie is arguably about it's like as a homophobic.
Yeah,
I would love to
joke.
see TNT try to run that movie now.
Yeah,
No.
It wouldn't actually make sense because it deletes so
It
many
wouldn't.
scenes.
Yeah, it'd have to delete half that. Any male knockers couldn't be in that movie anymore.
right.
Because
right.
everything is just one big gay joke.
Right. But I just like I think that's like so like yes, but I think now if I told my friends like, oh, I'm going to sleep with a woman, they would be like, okay.
Yeah.
They'd be like, who has the time?
They'd be like, great, slay. All right, well, should we talk about our Christmas experience?
Sure,
or should
go
we
ahead.
talk about...
You brought it up. You keep wanting to talk about Christmas, you freak.
What am I... I don't want to... Christmas is over.
Oh, my God.
So...
Do you like when people say happy holidays?
I don't care. This is another thing made up by the people to, confuse us. And
I guess I just like don't... Like, what are the holidays? Christmas.
Christmas and New Year's.
Oh, and Hanukkah.
And Kwanzaa.
Okay.
And Sukkot.
No, that's before.
But the whole like being offended by that is like obviously a fake nothing. Nobody in the world has ever been like pissed off you said Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays.
It just
right?
feels like we're so like desperate for some shared semblance of like small talk. So it's like, like the guys in my office who like work around my office where it's like every single day you have to be like, only Wednesday. It's Thursday.
Yeah.
Almost the weekend. And you're like, we have nothing to say to each other. Like we can just, and then thankfully like it got really cold. So you're like, hey, it's cold.
Yeah.
But it's like, and Thursday. Like it's just days of the week and temperatures. There's no, so that's what holidays feels like to me. It's like happy holidays. It's like, this is the time of year most people kill themselves.
Is it?
Yes.
And what do you got to rewrite all the songs? It's the season. Like you just can't say holidays anymore. Like you just don't like holidays.
Yeah, it's a dark time for many.
People that are offended by it are losers. Just straight up full on.
Either way, if you say Merry Christmas and then you're like, which I don't think that happens. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I also think like I'd rather say Happy Holidays.
One of the
we're a diverse country. Like everyone doesn't. I celebrate Christmas. I'm not religious.
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
I also don't care if I offend a religious person. To be honest with you, if like they want you to say Christmas, so like.
Also,
grow
like,
up. Grow up.
But also, like, say
it's not real. Grow up.
Say
Grow
the
up and have
thing
a
that
Merry
you
Christmas.
say the thing that you're like. It has to be like in context.
But I think there was a move to like be more inclusive, but then that involved like removing a lot of Christmas stuff, which is stupid. Just like
still,
include
like,
all of
trees
it
everywhere.
Yeah, like our lobby is a
Santa.
Christmas tree and a fucking menorah that I kick over every time I.
You had to hesitate there. There's a Christmas tree and the Jewish Christmas tree.
Yeah, one of those little light ones.
The Jew candles.
Christmas trees.
But one of the best South Parks ever is the first one where they do the Christmas pageant and they keep removing stuff that's not PC, and then they're just like, and they're doing like a dance with like gray sweatpants on. And they're like, what is this? And they're like, well, that's all we have left.
That's funny. I don't know. I just like, and now that we're in that weird post New Year's whatever, it's like, did you have a good holiday?
Well, this stretch,
it's literally like, how long can we carry on the like, like Christmas was like 4 weeks ago, and it's like, okay.
Well, I tell you what.
Did you see a family?
You make an interesting point because Christmas is a lot like sex, where it's the greatest thing in the world,
and your kids are there,
and your kids are there, and your whole family's there,
and you're naked.
And then once it's over, you just I don't want anything to do with it. You go, whoa, it's all that. I'm so over it. By December 26th, I'm like, get rid of this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I still like hanging out. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. What I like about how we do Christmas.
Yeah, don't touch me. Ugh.
Are you okay? I'm becoming Drew Barrymore.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm like,
sit on her lap.
I like that it's very low pressure between us, gift wise.
Yeah.
Everything, and we're like, this is a kids' holiday.
Well, this is something that I feel like I learned from like movies growing up, like rom-coms, whatever. That like, there's some sort of scenario where a spouse is like surprising the other spouse with like something that's just like absolutely unbelievable that like the other person never even would have thought about how much they wanted or like never would have expressed out loud because it's so outlandish.
You're like, oh my God, a jet ski in our Manhattan apartment.
No, but like not even that, like more like, oh, like I got you like even like a week-long vacation in St. Lucia and we're leaving tomorrow. I'd be like, are you nuts? Like, what are you doing? Like, I haven't, like, there's like, that's so much money and like, we didn't plan and like, who's watching the kids? Like, there's no way in a real relationship that you would spend thousands of dollars without like at least consulting the other person to be like, is this what we want to do with our money this year? Like, I bought you a $50,000 diamond bracelet. Like, in a movie, you're like, wow, she really wanted that. And I'm sure she probably like told him at some point she wanted that, right? Like, why is it just showing up? Like, it's like, I'm so glad that you don't like spend a crazy amount of money.
Put a bow on a car, which our bit bombed.
I know, everyone thought you bought me 3 cars.
So we bought a big red bow. Did you see this, Mike?
I did not, no.
So we bought a big red bow because we were going to prank her brother and put a big red bow on the Lexus that her mom already owns.
Sure. Like a 10-year-old Lexus.
So then I start doing the balloon, the bow, and it's like strings and stuff. It's like hard to put together, and I like yank it like the monster I am. And
I'm
just, like,
so mad.
Collapses into like a pile.
I'm so mad I didn't film that from start to finish because it was so clearly like all you had to do was just like pull this one little like it was like a thread and then it would like kind of like loop the thing around.
It was like a big red bow. It was like
and you
big.
watch like Baloo over here just like yank it all the way through and the whole thing just like flops down like a bad hibachi onion tower. It's just like
So I'm like, whatever, this is gonna be a funny thing. Anyway, I'm just gonna like clump it on top of the white Lexus. So I put it on top of the car, and then I bring John, her brother, to the window, and he goes, December to Remember sales event? And like we film it for Instagram, and we're like, perfect. So then we put it on another car, and we're like, oh my God, it's a December to Remember. We film her reaction, and then We put it on top of the Tesla that her mom has, and then I'm crying, going, "Oh, it's a December to remember." And we got all these messages that were like, "Wow, good for you."
No, but you know what the common thread of the people who thought it was real, where it was like a lot of our friends being like, "My mom saw that and thought it was real."
Yeah.
Like a lot of it was like the secondhand report from someone who actually, or who maybe follows us, we don't like realize, but it was like a lot of like the parents being like, "Wow, Alyssa and Noah bought 3 cars." Yeah, it's a lot of cars.
And a lot of like, must be nice.
Yeah, like who's even driving the third car?
It's like that SNL bit where it's like, you bought a car without consulting me?
Right.
Like, no one's ever done that that we interact with. Like,
right. No, of course not.
Buy a Lexus randomly. Like, you just took out like, buy a house. Why don't you buy a house?
Also, a car is something you want to go sit in.
$500 gift. Like, I would be like, don't spend that. Like, let's have the conversation. It's a lot of money.
I got scolded for my Christmas gift this year.
Ooh. What'd you give?
I gave her a hand steamer, like a clean steam
ham steamer.
Ham steamer.
Like steam your clothes.
You can steam like you can clean like the grout and like the couch and stuff with a steamer
for Christmas.
That's the thing that I don't understand.
It's like the vacuum.
She's always talked about wanting to have one. She's like, "Oh, I'd love a steamer. I'd love a steamer." So I got her a steamer.
Yeah,
and it was like a white. It was like
win with these fools, huh?
It was a blind Santa. What's that called? Blind elf.
White elephant or
Secret
Santa, and I drew her for my small gift. It's like $40. So I was like, "Oh, great! Kill 2 birds with 1 stone." I get her gift, and I cut off the.
It was a Secret Santa. Then I feel fine about it.
But she was like, "I like it." She goes, "But I wanted more whimsy." Because I wanted like a more Christmas. Because you like you said for Christmas.
Well, that's like.
But
Samantha.
but when I understood it's a Secret Santa, then I'm actually fine with it because it's like that is.
But that was also her gift. I didn't get her anything else.
Yeah, but that's okay.
I think so.
It's okay. If Noah like genuinely got me that vacuum from the Instagram commercials where it like sucks up everything, like
I was this close,
like friggin' like full garbage bags, like it's like crazy, and was like, "This is all I got you for Christmas." I would be like, terrific. I love it. Like, I don't think I would be sitting there being like, and what else did you surprise
Well, I got them great gifts. I got all them tickets to a show.
Sure.
Yeah.
I did spend a lot of money.
No,
and
I know.
I got her
but
books that she told me to get her, but then I forgot them in our apartment, and like I bought them, wrapped them, put them in a bag, and didn't bring them to Christmas.
No. Back it all the way up.
Back it up.
First, I sent you a list of books that I did want. Because last year you got me a list of books that Kristen picked out, and I was appreciative of that. And so this year I was like, if I'm going to buy these books anyway, and then like I thought maybe like your mom would be like, "What should I get Alyssa?" And then like a book is like a nice response to that. So then you go to Barnes & Noble, you buy all the books that I just emailed to you, then you just leave them in the bag on my desk.
No. I hid them next to my side of the bed that you then saw, but you didn't.
How big do you think our room is?
But these were like
This is like where my desk is. This is where your side of the bed is. This is where my desk is.
Your hand is freezing. Don't
really,
touch me again, freak.
It's really cold outside.
What's wrong with her? Freaking ice queen?
Lizard.
Ow! How are you alive with that skin? God.
Lizard.
Ow! That hurt me.
Why are you so hot?
I run hot, baby. You know that. You know I run hot. Yeah, but it's like you knew you were going to get those presents anyway. It's just more like, here's some stuff you want. I went and got it. It wasn't a big surprise. Although your sister did tell Sean, she's like, I just want like a surprise.
Right.
Which is crazy.
But Sam always wants a surprise. I guess
surprises. You know who likes surprises?
Children.
Elmo.
Children.
That book is like, Elmo loves surprises.
He's like, Elmo loves surprises. Elmo thinks Christmas is consumerism.
No.
Keep going.
I think that Christmas gifts are for children, generally speaking.
Yeah.
And I think that now, especially in this age of like online shopping and whatever, it's like any adult could just like clearly buy it for themselves. So the point is like being thoughtful, and like I do think, whatever, there's like a nice thing to be like, hey, I thought you wanted this or whatever, and it's a nice thing. But it's like, if you like the idea that you would go so far left field and be like, I bought you this like crazy surprise that also costs like more than a paycheck, I would be like, what? Like, it would negate the surprise, right? Like, I would be like, oh, I'm uncomfortable with how much money you spent on this.
Didn't somebody get some diamond crap? Oh, yeah. Jane had the diamond necklace.
Yeah, but she bought it for herself.
Right, but I made some comment like, if Alyssa ever opens a diamond for me, you better know we're balling. Like, that is not, just so you know.
Yeah, but I would more likely buy a diamond for myself.
I know. I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, but I'm saying right. Like if you went and bought me a diamond necklace, although I do like hers. So if you wanted to get me that one, I would take it.
I know. You're like a rapper. You want to just drip yourself in like ice.
I know. Wait, did you see that thing in Los Angeles? How they were like, oh, you got to drip your faucets?
No.
And then people are just like throwing a bunch of jewelry on their sinks.
Literally, that's when I go eat the rich. Like for real. What are you talking about?
It's a joke, you loser.
It's a bit.
I don't get it.
Do you think that the fire's coming quick? Put all your diamonds in the sink.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You are DUMB. Well, you have the DVD.
You know what happened, I think, today is that I did cardio. I never do cardio when I'm trying to do entertainment. And it's like sucked all my like glycogen out of my body.
Are you okay? Do you want to like...
What?
Nothing.
Throw up?
Yeah, boot and rally. Okay, so next segment. I want you to legitimately walk the listeners through how you learned about the show Wicked.
About Wicked?
Play a song from Wicked while you do it.
No, I can't. But I listened to a Kanye song. This is years ago.
Right.
And they took the like la 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 la. It was sick.
Right.
And I go, what the hell is this sample of? I found Popular. I want to be popular. Liked that song. Found another song. And then I knew like 3 songs from Wicked. And then you're like, well, you've seen Wicked, right? And I'm like, when the fuck would I have seen Wicked? No.
I just think that is the absolute most bananas way to come across a Broadway show, is to be like, oh, it was sampled in a rap song. And so then I looked up the song itself, and then it was like an actual show tune. And you're like, oh, I like that.
Well,
and then,
I like the Rent songs, for example. But then I saw Rent, and I go, this is about like freaking AIDS and shit. Like, what the hell?
Right. So this leads me to my today's quiz, because I just didn't realize that you knew so little about Broadway at all.
Yeah, you're always shocked.
They don't know anything.
like, what did you think my life was? Like,
you didn't even get the joke about drip your sinks.
Nope, very dumb. I don't know any slang. That's the problem.
Oh.
You think I was like, I played an AAU tournament in Newark. Then I was like, Mom, let's go to a show on Broadway. Like, when would I have gone to Broadway?
Your mom worked in entertainment. It's like not a crazy thing.
We saw Aida. I'm saying I wasn't like.
What was Aida about, Noah?
It was like similar to The Lion King, only I remember the music was also by Elton John. It was I liked it.
Okay. So here's your game for today.
Okay.
Okay. I have 6 Broadway shows. Okay. Mm-hmm. Just tell me using your own words. Mm-hmm. Bonus points if you can name a song.
Okay.
They're all musicals.
What do I get? What's the prize?
I'll buy you a drink. No.
You know what I want.
Not that.
Come on.
2 drinks? Is that what you want?
Keep
I said alcohol. Alcohol.
8 years married. Can you believe that? 8 years.
Today?
No.
New Year's Eve.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you're one of those who got married on New Year's Eve and ruined everyone's year.
Yep.
Yes.
And
You're welcome.
And cheaper than a summer wedding.
True.
I'm sure it was.
Well, 8 is enough. Okay, so you ready? The first one's easy.
Okay.
All right, so you just have to tell me what the show's about and bonus points if you can name a song.
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
Hamilton.
We saw it. I got tickets to it. Let me tell you something. It's about, because there's a story to this. We were sitting there, and my 2 thoughts to the first half are, first of all, holy shit, this is all rap. And then number 2, I was going, can't believe I got tickets to Hamilton. I'm the best boyfriend ever. I rule. I'm freaking awesome. And then I was like, I haven't heard a single word. I've been just congratulating myself.
Oh my God.
And then I was like, my hip hurts, my back hurts. These seats are tiny. So then like second half of the musical, I clocked in.
Yeah.
So it's about Hamilton and Aaron Burr and their feud. And I'll name a song for you.
Okay.
You're not going to stop my shine. No, you're not going to stop my shine. No, you're not going to stop my shine. No, you're not going to stop my shine. Was that one of them?
Okay.
I'm never bringing this piano again. It's
I know.
distracted
It's really
me.
distracting. Okay, ready? Show number 2.
What's this Hamilton song?
It's
I like the one with Busta Rhymes.
You'll be back. Remember that one?
yeah.
No.
Oh,
You
King
do know
George?
that one too.
I know all of them. I mean, like I have the CD, the DVD.
Wait, okay, ready for the next one?
Yep.
You get like half points on that one. That was, I mean,
okay.
I was saying it's about Hamilton. It's the name of the show. I don't know what to say.
What's Rent about? Well, it's about the rent.
It's about making rent. People who need to pay rent.
Rent, I could tell you.
Well, I know it's not on the list.
I'm listening. You can add it now.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
The next show is Les Mis.
Les Mis is some lame shiz, number one, which is something I tweeted in 2013. 2 retweets. I was like, at midnight.
Where's the musical based?
I think it's French.
Right.
It's about a girl in Paris who needs
Keep going.
more cheese. And she's like, oh, no, not cheese for me. Please, give me cheese.
Very good.
Is that it?
No. All right, ready?
And there's no, you're not going to correct him.
No.
He's just going to forever not know.
All right, third show. Ready?
Yep.
Gypsy.
Gypsy. Ooh, you want to get me in trouble here. You're not supposed to say that anymore.
It's just doing a big revival on Broadway, okay?
No clue. A bunch of gypsies traveling through Europe, stealing shit. I don't know.
Okay, good.
Is that it?
No.
Starring.
Selma Hayek. Call back.
Kyle is a producer.
Oh,
On
good
Gypsy.
for her.
So,
A woman who lives in our building.
do you know any of the songs?
She's in my phone as Kyle, parentheses, woman.
Oh, my God.
As I kept trying to text Kyle Kuntz, and then I would text her, and she's like, great.
Okay. Next show. Ready?
Yep.
Chicago.
All right. Chicago's about Chicago in the 30s-ish.
Okay.
40s, Prohibition, Queen
No.
Latifah was in it.
Queen Latifah's in the movie.
Wait, this comes back to Kanye too, because the only reason I know about it is I played a big role in Chicago like Queen Latifah. You know that lyric?
No. But you still haven't said anything about the show.
I think there's like top hats and a lot of tights and a lot of like sequin
Where
underwear.
is it set? Where's the main...
I think
Like, who
it's
does Queen Latifah play?
some sort of like bootlegger or something is what I picture.
Prison warden. But-
Prison warden.
Yeah.
It takes place in a prison.
Oh, okay.
No idea. No clue.
All right, ready? Here's one that I just saw.
Okay.
Sunset Boulevard.
Oh yeah, this was like a IRL conversation where she's like, I can't believe you haven't seen Sunset Boulevard.
The movie.
I haven't seen any of it. And I was like, I haven't seen it. And she was a little woo-hoo, came home like, yee-haw. And she was just hammering me like, you haven't seen it? You haven't seen it? And I was like, I haven't fucking seen the movie.
Well, this one I discovered you haven't seen anything at all.
I've seen a lot. I'm actually
Not
more,
just Jaws. Like
I'm
more than what's
I'm
it
more
called?
cultured
Sharknado.
I'm more cultured than you.
Well, you could sing one of the songs from Sunset Boulevard.
I do.
Yeah, you just got to say the name of the play
true.
a lot.
It's
Sunset Boulevard.
It's actually pretty close.
yeah, it is.
Surprisingly.
Fucking Broadway's so easy. I just did it. This Broadway's so hard.
Guess the plot. Do something about the plot. Stop playing with your piano. You're like a child.
If I get the
I'm seeing it on Saturday. I'm very excited.
So good. Oh my God, Mike, you're gonna love it.
Wait, did you see it with Scherzinger? Or,
Yeah.
Oh, she's not in it this week.
I know, but that's okay. You'll still like it.
Yeah.
And isn't the male lead still there?
Sunset
I think so.
Boulevard.
Great.
That was the Sunset Boulevard.
That was
watches the Phantom.
That was like a reprise. What's the plot?
Of Sunset Boulevard?
Yes.
James Dean is Hollywood's biggest action guy.
No.
And he's got a motorcycle and he's trying to make it. And
No.
it's set in the 30s.
Okay. All right. One more for you.
Okay.
This one's.
Is it Rent?
No.
I can tell you Rent.
No, we don't care about Rent. Everyone knows Rent.
525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year?
Okay, here's a side question about Rent.
solid.
How many characters can you name?
In daylights, in footsteps.
Can you name
in
7?
laughter, in cups of coffee. I can name 0.
There's the guy with the scarf. There's the Tay Diggs guy.
Here's how I'll describe it to you.
Maureen.
Are you talking about Rent still?
Yes, name any of the characters.
All right, I'll name them their real names.
Roger.
There's Rosario Dawson, okay?
Well, this is the movie.
Rosario Dawson is on heroin. She's trying to find her
Maureen.
stash. She's out here singing left and right, light my candle.
Just
You've
one
got
time.
One guy in the whole building has a job downtown being a producer. And all his buddies are like, stop selling out, man. You got to do your art. And he's like, well, somebody's got to pay the fucking rent around here. So he's like, I have to go work downtown for the radio station or the news station or whatever.
Okay.
Right? And then there's the transitioning person who, has...
Move on. Rent's not even on the list.
Isn't that it?
Kind of. That's the movie. That's not the musical.
I mean, it's kind of
It's close-ish. It's close-ish.
Thank you.
For considering that's the one that you were bragging about knowing, it's really bad.
Would you light my candle?
I'm glad we're back to your singing. All right, last one, which is basically on your heritage, West Side Story.
Okay. Bunch of Puerto Rican greasers are trying to beat up a bunch of not Puerto Ricans. And they're like, here I come.
There should be like a version of ChatGPT, but it's just like you, and you're like, so then this thing says this other thing, like, yeah. And then it was like, whoa. And then there was a fire, and it was over. It was like Cliff Notes. You're like, what? That didn't help me at all.
Well, West Side Story is based on Shakespeare, but it's like a greasered up version of it, and there's like the knights and the skeeters, and they're going back
the
and
knights
forth.
and the skeeters.
And they're gangs,
Sure.
and they're like fighting but also dancing and singing. There's a great Norm Macdonald bit about it. It's actually not great. It's actually like
Okay.
It was a sketch from...
You wanted it to be great because he died.
Yeah. No, I wanted... He's my favorite ever.
I like that sketch, by the way.
Where they like have like a talking scene, and then everybody else but Norm like sings and dances around like it's a musical, and he's like, what the hell? Did you guys practice that? Like, he's like the one person not in the musical. But then it just goes on too long, like me describing it now. Back to you.
Well, that's the end of the quiz. You really did poorly, but you had some interesting...
Did I get any right?
Kind of Hamilton, but it's in the name.
On our third date, I don't know if I've told this story on the pod before.
You have.
Really? How you were like, blah, 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 Broadway, and I was like, this freaking Harvard broad's all into plays and shit. This might not work.
Do you want to know what my thought track was during that conversation?
This guy is disgusting. He eats too much.
I was like, what an idiot.
What did you think? That's a good question.
Dumb.
Really?
I was like, no wonder he played basketball.
Did you think I was dumb?
I didn't think you knew anything.
Do you think I know anything now?
I mean, you thought your piano was dead when we got in here, and you would just turn one switch. So
I think I'm low blood sugar. Do you want to announce
low blood sugar? You ate like 14 meals today.
Do you want to announce our new show?
Sure.
Which hasn't even been finalized.
It hasn't been finalized, but we can announce it.
We're potentially having a monthly or semi-monthly at Bleecker Trading stand-up comedy show. This place is a like baseball card memorabilia trading store. Very cool, very hip.
Very cool.
Very cool. Will be the new sesh. Will be the new Don't Tell. It's gonna be huge.
It's going to be called Never Tell.
Yeah.
Never go.
No one ever goes.
Yeah.
Don't go. It's a secret.
It's going to be called We Quit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're in charge of that, you're in production with that.
How are we going to book anybody? We have no idea who is good.
Did you just come from there? Is that why you were in the hat?
No.
No, he gave me the hat, the owner, and he's like, "Are you going to wear it?" And I was like, "I'm wearing it, baby." And when this podcast blows up, he's going to be like, "Ha, good deal."
Why do you wear a podcast or a hat during our podcast? Like no one can see your face.
I was trying to promote the show, as I just explained.
The show that we haven't set up yet.
Yep.
Fake it till you make it and insist on people show up somewhere, but you haven't produced a show.
Yeah, I do things in an interesting order. I do things my own way. I jump in.
You sure do.
You know what I thought was interesting today?
Oh, God.
You were like, "Oh, what were we talking about?" And you were like, "Oh, I'll start a Google Doc about the pod."
What was I talking about today? Oh, yeah. Planning for this exact moment of our day. Go ahead.
And I go, your creative process is no matter what the thing that we're going to do, you're like, "I'll just open a Google Doc." And you immediately G-chatted your coworker because
I slacked him.
You slacked him and said, "Oh my God," because he says that to you all the time.
Yeah.
So that's how you do something. You're like a big we'll get a document, we'll put stuff in there.
Both you and Aviv, shout out to Aviv, are the same in the sense that you guys have a lot of ideas and then you don't write them down or you put them in random places. And so then we go, what was that idea we had to launch this product? Or for you, like, what was that idea we had to set up a show somewhere? And you're like, I can't find it. So all I'm trying to do with both of you is like corral you into a space where at least I can search for the idea.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying to do. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm very bad at like documenting my own life. Like, do you keep a journal or anything?
What am I, a Civil War soldier? No.
But I'm saying,
My dearest Gertrude.
like, I don't like.
Rent is an incredible play. I saw.
What am I, a 12-year-old girl?
But I also I don't remember anything.
What am I,
so,
a guy who listens to Joe Rogan? What do I keep a journal?
Like, even someone was like,
You keep
oh,
a journal. You write jokes down, like bits
Yeah, I
that
do.
you like thinking about. That's a journal.
That's a journal.
Yeah.
kind of. But I'm saying, like, I don't have any. Like, I have a really bad memory, like excessively bad, I think. So then, like, someone will be like, oh, like, what about that show you did in like Pennsylvania, like with Mike? And I'm like, what? I'm like, what year was that? Like,
Yeah.
I don't have any
Did I do a show with you in Pennsylvania?
Yes.
Remember we were floating in the pool?
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
When you said years ago, I was like, wait, what the hell are you talking about?
But I'm saying, like, that was not that long
yeah.
ago. But I'm like, or was it? Like, I'm like I'm in a matrix of my own design, and like some of that's just because like my weeks become like, I don't know, like rapid fire. But I'm like, I don't write everything down. Like, I don't like always put
Right.
it.
Well, you reminded me because I think we should try to live this year. You see this guy who's like live your year intentionally,
Oh my god,
but he's also selling a calendar.
a calendar.
Yeah, he's literally like
the big ass calendar guy.
You need a big ass calendar. Who I'm not like a huge fan of his because he seems like very annoying. But he's
A
like
paper calendar.
he's like if you don't fill it, but it's the whole year. He's like if you don't fill it up first with the shit you want to do, then like your whole thing is like PTA meeting, this other thing, and then your whole year just like flies by.
Yeah,
and you're
of
like, what
course.
did I really do? So I'm saying we should do that. We have the show. We got this show.
But I think I've gotten a lot better about that after I became a parent, because when you don't have kids and or you're single, you go your time is your own. So you have this flexibility. I mean, obviously you have like work and responsibilities, but you're like, oh, like there's a lot more spontaneity to your life. So you go, oh, actually, like we were hanging out late after work and so then we got dinner, or like, oh, like I was at a show and then I went to 3 other shows because people were just like milling around, right? So you don't have to like plan on that. But I'm like, now if I want to like maintain friendships to any degree, I have to look at the month of January or February or March, depending on who it is and how far they live from me, or like the show being booked up or whatever, and go, okay, I have 10 weekends where we're here. I have 2 or 4 that I already know you're traveling. So I have to like send people dates and go, are you available for lunch on February 12th?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be down in Brooklyn for a baby shower. So I thought maybe afterwards I could come. It's like when I send that text, I feel like not cool. Like I feel like deeply uncool.
It's not
I'm like,
cool, but you have to become uncool.
Right, but then you get to February 11th and you go, oh, I'm getting to see like one of my closest friends tomorrow, and it feels like that time blew by anyway because everyone was so busy. But I'm like, so if you don't put it on the calendar like a lunatic, you'll actually just never make the plan.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's true of like I understand what, I don't know big calendar guy, but I understand the point, which is like, if you go, oh, like this year I'm gonna like try doing stand up, like people have like goals like that, and you're like, unless you literally sign up for the open mic right now and put it on your calendar, you're probably not gonna get to it.
Right.
Like that's just human nature. Like it's not because you like failed. You just like, you have other stuff going on. Like you do. Hopefully
this is why I tried a new strategy this year, which is that comedy season.
What's your mantra? You usually have a mantra.
Oh, well, be more confrontational is my mantra for 2025.
Sorry to interrupt you, but
Yeah.
I took a workout class last night.
Let's be like the people from Wicked.
No, she only holds her finger.
Oh, like this? And then what do they do?
Fart.
Then they
The length of time it took for him to get that. God, are you okay?
I'm telling you.
Are you drunk? Like
I'm
what?
starving. I'm so
Starving?
hungry.
You
I didn't
have,
have
like-
any carbs
Oh,
today.
buddy, I got cookies out here if you want some cookies
Oh,
when you're
no.
done.
No, I'm going to a work dinner.
We have
after
to be
this.
thin now.
Yeah.
Um,
Going to eat lobster.
so
That sounds good.
I was laughing because every year you do set a mantra, and sometimes it is like we've actually followed some of them, like have
Use
more
every
fun.
resource, have more fun.
Right.
What were
This
some
year,
other
be
ones?
more
This year's
confrontational.
be more confrontational. I'll give you an example.
No, wait. Before you get
Yeah,
to
go
it,
ahead. Yeah, and then remind me.
but like I always think of a mantra as being like something short and something that you're like focused on, right? It's like a singular thing. And last night I took this workout class, and the guy was great, but at the end he's like, I would like to leave everyone. It's like a high energy like cardio dance class. He's like, I'd like to leave everyone with my mantra: for 2025. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like this, like we finished stretching. Like that's good. You know, I like that. He's like, be more joyful. Be yourself. Find. It was like
Our
7
Father
more things. He was like, take care of yourself. Take care of others. Be the kind of joy you'd like to see. I was like, wait.
And then he ends it with post 3 times a day to Instagram. So wait, what was that last
He
one?
was like, sharpen your dance moves. He was like, focus on cardio. I was like, wait, what? I'm like, now there's like so many, there's like KPIs. I'm like, I didn't like sign up for this.
Prepay for 1 year of yoga. What the hell is going on?
What you've done is written a pamphlet. This isn't a mantra. It has to be like fit on like a beach sign.
Right,
Well,
like there's so many things.
Some people count the year like, oh, here's my mantra. Some people have a big ass calendar. I personally count it by 520.
Yeah, exactly.
600.
What I was to say is this year it is be more confrontational, be more direct.
I understand.
But I'll give you an example. I was lifting weights, obviously, the other day, and I was doing tricep press down, but then I'm like, I want to crack my back on that little ab thing over there. So I walk over just to do like a, and then I walk back, and this guy's doing press down. I just wait for him to finish his set, and I go, I was actually working here, but like, let's work in. And he's like, oh, just got kicked off this other machine. I guess I'm just getting kicked off all around the gym. And I go, but I'm not.
It's January. Everyone's at the gym.
I go, I'm not kicking you off. It's normal gym etiquette that cause instead of just going, okay, this is be more confrontational. I go, it's normal gym etiquette. You can work in. By the time we have this conversation, I'll put your weight back to what it was.
The amount of just absolute bullshit 6'7" white male energy of be more confrontational. If I'm being more confrontational in Manhattan right now, I'm gonna get killed.
Yeah, but
like
guess
almost
what?
instantaneously.
You live your journey and I live my journey.
But
the guy doesn't work.
My 25 mantra is just stay alive.
That's a good one for you. Stay alive, I'll find you.
Yeah.
Last of the Mohicans. I will. So I'm like, but I'm saying you can work in. Mm-hmm. And then I go, and I saw you get kicked off the other machine. You also didn't get kicked off that. So instead of just letting it go, I thought it was like, no, hold on. I'm being normal. So you're being weird.
You're living your mantra.
Yeah, well, so far I am.
Right.
Like the boss gift thing.
Oh my God. Don't talk about that here.
Okay, but I didn't let it go. I didn't.
And you have not let it go.
And I won't.
And that's why you need to see Wicked. You know about that song, or that's not one of the ones you looked up?
Not one of the ones I looked up. And also, we had a good...
Let It Go.
Oh.
Let It Go.
Well, that's not Wicked.
I know, but it's Frozen.
I was like, holy shit, is that?
No.
What is your New Year's just stay alive? Is that...
No.
What do you want to do this year? What do you want to accomplish?
I think this
Tell
year...
me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. I think inspired by the 17 different mantras I heard last night. No, my actual mantra this year, I think, or like focus, is just to like do or like make the things that I like said I was gonna make, the past 4 years.
Make the things you said you're gonna make
4 years ago.
That's really good. So it doesn't matter. The past is the past.
And vote for a new president.
What do you think
in 2025?
What do you think is gonna happen first? We own Greenland, Canada, or the Gulf of America?
Gulf of America seems like, honestly, like I feel like he's putting that on his vision board because it's like pretty doable. But like when he said Gulf of America, do you think he just totally forgot about New Mexico? Or he just doesn't care about New Mexico?
No, I think he's like, wait, we do everything in this hemisphere. This should be called the Gulf of America. It kind of makes sense. The one that the one that makes no sense still is Space Force, okay?
But Space Force is gone, right?
No.
It's
really? It's still there?
Still going on.
Funny thing about the Space Force is that none of those motherfuckers
are they hiring?
They're not going to space. I tell you that much.
Of course now that these drones are coming around, I'm excited to see what they have to say.
Oh, I love the drone coverage. Of course, it went away from the fake news media.
But I'm just saying, like, Gulf of America to me seems like, okay.
Also, I think the Gulf is only Mexico because of the way that the country is positioned.
Right.
I don't think it's the Gulf. I think it's the literal Gulf of Mexico.
No.
Yes.
Galveston, Texas. The fucking, kill them all, of course. The edge of Florida is on the Gulf of Mexico.
But it's on the Gulf Coast, but it's not like...
It's on the Gulf of Mexico.
We share it with Mexico, basically.
Yes, he's saying that only Mexico touches the Gulf of Mexico.
No, that's not
true.
Texas
That's what I said.
and
That's not what he said.
The whole southeast touches it.
Yeah.
I think it's the shape of the how Mexico does this like hook.
Yeah.
I think that's technically the Gulf.
The Gulf
Of Mexico.
I gotta admit something here.
think.
You don't even know what a Gulf is.
Well, I don't know either. I
have no idea what a Gulf is.
Guess.
God.
I'm guessing fully.
What makes a Gulf
The
versus
first time
a
I heard
sea?
that, I go, I don't think it is. Like,
Anyway, I do think like that, like it's like picking something that no one has in the past 50 years. No one has even thought about that name being here, there, or anywhere, right? And then he's like hyper focused on this way that you're like, I mean, what? Like, it feels like did you ever know a kid's parent growing up and they like got divorced? And you're like still calling them like Mrs. Green, and then she's like, actually, it's like Ms. Matheson, and you're like, okay, I don't really care. I'm just like looking for the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even that close with your kid. Like, I don't care about your like reclaiming of your maiden name.
You're
you
like,
know,
clearly it was your fault.
I just like, okay, I like it feels like that where he's like bringing it up, and you're like, cool, I'll call it whatever you want. I'm not going there. I'm not going to the Gulf of Mexico.
It feels like he's discovered the game Risk, or he's been looking on a map, because what I always picture is like how Greenland, when you look on a flat map, it looks really big.
Right.
But then on the globe, you're like, oh, it's actually just
Very
because
small.
the map got stretched out. It just feels like he's looking and he's like,
Greenland.
that's about the size of America. But it's
Greenland.
not.
we'll take it.
Yeah.
Greenland.
Also, you like can't take it.
No. Also, Greenland it only makes me think of Mighty Ducks.
Oh, why?
Because the team's from like Iceland, and they're like, he's like, oh, it's so cold in Iceland. And she's like, actually, it's cold in Greenland. Like, Iceland's really nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm like, who cares about Greenland?
You know how many people are in all of Greenland?
39,000.
I heard 57,000, but still, that's like 2 medium-sized towns in Jersey.
Right.
Really?
You know, that's like 10 square blocks.
Yeah, that's like Bergen County.
Right.
Yeah, like 1/10 of Bergen County. But
I have nothing pro or anti Greenland. I'm just like, why is Greenland entering the chat? It's like,
because he thinks it's a big piece of land, but it's not. But we have time crunch. We got to get to the last segment.
What is
Binge
the last segment?
Or
Binge or
Cringe. Sound off in the comments if it makes any sense. We're going to talk about the TV we're watching.
Noah named this segment Binge or Cringe.
You going to binge it or you make it cringe?
Do I like the name? I really don't.
You've had time to come up with your own name. You didn't come up with it.
I didn't even know we were doing this segment, but
You have it written down in the files.
yeah, because you forced me. You hovered over me, sweating all over my head, and you were like, "Add Binge or Cringe." I was like, "Okay, disgusting monster."
Can I give you a compliment?
Okay.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
And you have single-handedly saved this episode. Because your husband is on some sort of like hypoglycemic mini stroke.
If someone saw how much food you ate today, you're like freaking Michael Phelps. You're like, oh, time to get in my 12,000 calories. And I'm like, and then you're like, I'm starving. Like, you've had like 14 bowls of soup,
Our nanny comes
multiple eggs, an entire strip steak.
Our nanny comes in this morning and I go, I'm just going to make a quick strip. She's like, no, it's going to stink up. I go, I'll make it in the oven. And then I'm just eating my strip steak at 7:30 in the morning.
So offensive.
All right. Challenge. Got any thoughts?
How many bananas have you had today? Just bananas alone.
Just 2.
That's a lot.
A lot of bananas.
A lot of bananas. Hypoglycemic.
We're on the. Do you want to talk challenge?
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody watch it other than us?
We're the only
All
ones.
millennials.
We watch it.
Oh,
You
nice.
do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Big
Well,
challenge, gang. Paramount Plus is probably the only reason we have it.
yeah.
Once a month, real quick, I get an email that reminds me I have Paramount Plus.
Yeah, stop paying for that.
Every month, I'm like, oh shit, I didn't cancel.
We have so many. Like, we are that, like,
Yeah.
what's that company? Rocket, whatever.
Pornhub,
Rocket Money. We are that commercial.
OnlyFans, Browsers Premium. I mean, these are.
You know, you can't even watch Pornhub in the South anymore.
Yes.
Texas, it's illegal. I heard.
A lot of states. A lot of states.
You have to like go really obscure sites. I've heard as well.
But what does that mean?
Like you're going YouPorn, that's blocked. You're going like Xvids. You're going like
Xvids.
Yeah. That's what I've heard from other people. I don't, of course, as a Mormon, I would never.
Xvids. That doesn't even sound appealing.
Moving.
Xvids are just like people's X-rays. Like, you see something.
You do see something as I did my hip.
We've discussed. All right.
Sorry, jeez.
Binge or cringe. So what's your segment about?
It's about the challenge.
Okay. Because that's what we're binging.
The final is a lot of swimming, which I think is kind of bad TV. It's not that interesting.
Listen,
yeah, it's tough.
I never understand people go on this show. Survivor is another one that we've watched before where like a huge component is swimming. It always is. It's like if you can't swim and you get on one of these shows, I don't understand, or you're even trying to get on one of these shows, I don't understand why you don't spend all your time training in the water. Like running and whatever, like a lot of these people are athletes anyway. So like running, presumably you could do, climbing, whatever. That's like general conditioning. Swimming is the one thing that like, even if you know how to swim, if you haven't done it in a while, you will be shocked at how hard it is to swim multiple miles. Like it's hard.
And in Under Armour sneakers.
And no, it's TYR this year. They got a new sponsor.
Oh, really? Yeah, and a pack.
And in waves, in open water. Like that's hard to do.
But it is funny sometimes that as the challenge has like gone on, like when it first came out, it was definitely like the sidecar show to the real world.
Right.
And then it was like kind of like a Survivor-ish show. And then it's really morphed into this weird sport where it's like, be popular. It's actually just high school. It's like, be really popular and be good at drinking and hooking up and also cardio.
Yeah.
Like you win the challenge by once you're at the end, just like run a lot.
Wait, 2 highlights for me because we're like halfway through the final episode.
Yeah.
One is that Kyland, who's like a new competitor and is like a superstar on the show, literally cannot swim. And so he will finish dead last. Like there's absolutely no way he's going to come out of the water and be, and like he's always this like joyous, like happy-go-lucky, like smiley kid. And like because he's now realizing that it's all swim, he like had a full-on moment on the show where he was just like stupid, like cramp, stupid swimming, and then he like peed on a sign. It was like he's lost his mind. Like he's lost actually like exactly like who he is as a person.
And then my British girl.
Yeah, but that was different. My other favorite part was when Tori spent like 4 extra hours counting stuff than anyone else and then was off.
I haven't seen this season. I've been catching up.
This is not like really a spoiler, but she was off like counting these coins. Like some people were like over 60, under 100, whatever. And she was off by 984. Like she's like,
I just want to make sure I get these right.
She's like, counting them by hand, like counting them by hand.
Yeah.
That made me laugh because that made me think of how many inventory counts you've had to do and just like not even close.
Once every 3 months, I used to do an inventory for my job. And then if you were like off by like 5%, it was fine. It was compliant. And I had over 5 years at this one company, 0% right. And one time my boss had to come out and he was like, all right, this is a stack of 10. This is a stack. Like we did it together. We submitted together. That one was wrong. So we had to come back out. So like whenever I have a job interview, they're like, what's your weekness? And I want to be like,
Counting.
Can't count. Cannot count.
Numbers mostly.
Yeah,
mainly.
mainly.
This is a CPA job, so.
Can't count to 100.
Don't worry. AI will do it for you. Was that the only thing you want to talk about on Binge or Cringe? We do a lot of separate watching these days, and you've been watching something stupid.
I've been watching Alone, where you go out with like 10 camping items and you just try to survive alone as long as possible.
But isn't there a camera crew there?
No, they film themselves and they like drop their tapes off in a little bag, and then like the little boat comes and picks them up.
Does a bunny like hop off with them?
Well,
because that'd be cute.
The first season,
then maybe I'd watch it just to see the little rabbit be like.
First of all, there's a lot of animal activity. The first season they did, literally one dude day one gets charged by a bear and like hits his satellite phone. Is like tapping, and then the other guy, and it was great because he was just like, he was a veteran, like this black dude, and they had this big cookout before he left because they flash back to like their lives, and he's like,
was he okay though? He got attacked by a bear?
He literally is like, that bear, if it's me and him, he gonna have to run that bear, and all his boys are like dapping him up, and then it's like, I dap.
bear.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there eating my steak, going, loser. But they build like full on, cabins in the woods. Like they have axes and stuff, so they. So then the other girl is like, I'm going to stay out here forever. I'm so freaking good at bushcraft. She left the baby at home.
Oh, I hate that one.
She's chopping wood with her axe and then just chops her hand. Yeah. So she's an immediate medical tap.
But how do they know it's happening in real time? They have like surveillance too?
No. They give them a satellite phone.
Yeah.
And they go, stay out here in Vancouver Island as long as you can. When you can't take it anymore,
so if you
can
cut
tap out.
But if you have like a stroke, they're not finding your dead body. I mean, they have
they do medical checkups. So every like now and again they'll come out and take.
But they don't really show medical checkups on the show until the
Right.
end when they're surprising them that they won $500,000.
Okay.
And then they always like do like a creep behind with their family member who's like, you won, like I'm here. And like the people are so messed up from being out there for like 2 or 3 months that they're like, like picture I hadn't seen you for 3 months and then you like creep behind me. They're just like,
and you want to hug them, but it's like
That's how you are all the time. Wait, also like that should be a TikTok supercut. It's
they're just so
like
hungry.
the breath
They're all
one where
just
everyone's like like all the times people breathe in, just all the dead stares on Alone.
Yeah. And they're so hungry.
I've
and,
never seen an episode.
But my one note to all these producers for Naked and Afraid, Alone, all this shit is like, all I want to do is when that guy hasn't eaten for 3 months, show him eating the peanut butter and cake. Like, I want to see that scene, and they never show it.
They do it on Survivor. They always do it on Survivor.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they do like the rewards, or when they end and they like show them eating, and it's like so satisfying. And then they show them like it coming out of the shower, like how much like gunk has come off of them.
Yeah, I like all that.
It's like very satisfying.
They don't do this with that. They just show they do show them like coming home, and then that's also weird because their kids are like,
Who are you?
yeah, and they're like 40 pounds lighter.
Ooh,
It's really effed up. I love it. It's so relaxing.
I don't know how you.
But they moved them locations because they were like, I think after season 1, they were like, holy shit, there's too many bears. Like, people are really in danger.
Yeah. It would be cool if you could involve the bears in the production.
Yeah.
Like give them like a musical number or something.
Give them a camcorder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Produced by Yogi.
But there wasn't any footage of him being charged by the bear because on the the recap.
Oh, so it didn't happen.
No, on the recap, they were like, he's like, I couldn't get footage of it because, he was running at me. But there was footage of him like, bear scat here, bear scat there. There's a den with a bunch of bones, like traces of bear the entire first day. And then he's like, yeah, one ran at me. But anyway.
No one believes him though.
Alyssa, don't call him a liar. He's a veteran.
Okay,
respect him.
Why wouldn't you just put surveillance cameras or drones?
Yeah, it was before drones. It was
I'm sure there's
2016.
something we don't know going on.
Yeah, that
All right.
seems unlikely.
I got to go to work, dinner. You were spectacular. I'll do better next time. There won't be any singing next time. It is good to be here.
It is good to be here.
And can you cut a quick promo? Which one of these cameras is on?
All of them.
Let's go to the middle camera, Kev.
3?
Yeah.
All right.
No, well, it's two.
3.
2 for Kev.
Cut a promo for our
2.
show. For Instagram.
1.
It's the name of the place.
Oh.
You cut a promo, then I'm going to cut a promo.
I don't even know when the show's going to be.
Just, you know the information you know.
Come to a show hosted by Noah Savage, and I'll probably be on it. And it'll be at Time and Place at Bleecker Trading on Christopher Street.
And it's called It Is Good to Be Here, Synergy.
It's also called It Is Good to Be Here. And again, it's at Time and Place.
No, mouth, just go like this and we'll cut an audio.
This is literally. That's not even how you talk.
All right, that's good enough.
Bye.
Smash.